Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Angel of Words podcast. I'm your host, Angel of Words, and this is where your stories are heard. Before we start, don't forget to punch on that notification bell, like, comment, share. Also, you can follow us on all podcast platforms. Check out the website at www.aowent.com, and you could also leave a donation if you feel like you want to at Cash App AOW NYC. Now, on deck on the Angel of Words podcast, we are here with recording artist Nuge, man. Thank you for joining the podcast today, my brother. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Yo, bro, I gotta keep it a buck, man. I listened to your album, Little Thoughts. It's fire.
Thank you.
And I want to start the podcast, first of all, by asking you how you got that name, bro, because it's OD unique.
It's funny. I appreciate that, first of all. That name was difficult to come up with. Like, I spent a lot of months, for real, trying to think of a name for the album. I feel like I had the songs, and I wanted to put out a project, but coming up with the name was difficult for me. So, yeah.
For the album?
Yeah.
And how'd you come up with your name itself?
What, Little Thoughts?
No, not Little Thoughts, Nuge.
Nuge.
Yeah.
Oh, that's part of, okay, so my name is actually Daniel Nugent.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, so like in high school when I was starting to make music, I was thinking like, what's a cool rap name? And like, I don't know, everyone, like when you have the last name Nugent, if you have the last name Nugent, you know you grow up getting called Nuge, right? So like, it's kind of like a rite of passage for all Nugents. But I didn't necessarily think that would be my music name, but like when I was in high school, like I said, and trying to think of a name, I kind of came up with the acronym of Next Underground Emperor, and like because I took that from my last name, and then it was like N.U.G.E. But then I realized when I got older that's just too hard for people to type in, so I just made it Nuge. So it just is what it is.
You know, you do have to simplify it for the public, man. Gotta be readily accessible.
You know what I mean?
Yo, so when did you fall in love with hip-hop, man? What made you want to take this journey, bro?
Man, I loved hip-hop ever since I started listening to hip-hop, which was, I don't even want to put an age on it. I was young, though, like maybe like 7 or 8 or something. And that was through my father. My dad, he used to make these playlists for me and my brother, and they were mostly rock songs. My dad is a big rock and roll fan, but he would have a couple of Tupac songs and a couple Eminem songs in those playlists, and I just remember playing those ones over and over again, and I just loved it. You know, and I could always rhyme, like freestyle, and I always loved everything surrounding rap, so it just made sense for me.
Yo, that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Now, you know, I want to get into the album Little Thoughts because, bro, that's a extremely soulful album. It's not like something that you hear in contemporary hip hop right now. You came out with that album in 2020, and I want to ask you what that process was like, because there was a pandemic in 2020 that popped off. So did that happen before the pandemic? Did you release it, you know, towards the, you know, at the beginning of the pandemic? Like, you know, talk about that process a little bit, if you don't mind.
For me, it was like I made a lot of those songs pre-pandemic.
Gotcha.
Almost all of those songs. Maybe 1 or 2 were recorded at the last minute and kind of felt right to put an album. But for the most part, those songs had been recorded. So the actual recording process and the making of the album wasn't affected by the pandemic. But I think without the pandemic, I might have not put out the project, actually.
Okay.
Because it pushed me, you know. I spent a lot of days during the pandemic just kind of by myself sitting at home doing nothing, you know. Okay. But I also looked at that as everyone else is doing this too. So how am I going to take advantage of this? You know, everyone was on Instagram posting some motivating video like, do this, do this, do this.
Yeah.
I was like, I might do something, but how? Like, what's the best way? I wanted to just maybe drop songs, drop singles, but nah, like I had enough songs and I felt like it was the right time. So that's basically how that came about. I used the pandemic more as a motivation rather than kind of letting it slow me down, if you will.
Now, why'd you take that soulful angle? Is that something you got together with the producer? Was like, yo, let's hit this album with some soul, because it's very soulful, man. And you got that song with Carmencita.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yo, it's pretty crack, man. Cause you discuss, you know, the whole thought process.
To be honest with you, I wish I could tell you like some complex thought process of how I made the album soulful, but Like, that wasn't it at all. Like, I always try to make the music that I want to make and that I feel like I want to hear, I want to listen to. And I appreciate you saying that it's soulful, you know what I mean? But that really wasn't, I don't think, a direct intention going into the creation of the album. I kind of wanted to more just make good, impactful music. And if it came out like that, it came out like that. But I appreciate the kind words.
No,
so
no doubt. Yeah, you know, I love music, man. You know, it's
Me
like,
too, bro.
You know,
Me
it's
too.
like one of my favorite things in the universe. You know.
What kind of music you like?
I like salsa, trap, reggaeton. You know, I mean, well, trap. You know, Spanish trap, regular trap,
For sure.
90s R&B, 90s hip hop, obviously all the 2000s, bro. I get jiggy with the bachata. You know what I mean? Like, you know, EDM. You know what I'm saying?
You like everything.
Yeah. No,
cool.
I'm with the wave, brother. Like, you know what I mean?
For sure.
Like, you know, on the podcast this season, I interviewed you know, an EDM DJ from Holland. You know, from the Netherlands.
Really?
Yeah, bro. So you know, this is an international situation. You know what I'm saying? I respect the craft seriously, and I respect what you've done. Now, could you talk about, you know, because then it transitioned, and then you got, you know, No Deal, and then the, you know, a couple other songs that are kind of like with the trap sound. Could you describe, you know, like how that came about?
I think that sound is something that a lot of my fans gravitate towards naturally.
Okay.
And I like making that type of music. You know, I listen to a lot of that type of music, and I feel like sounds are sounds. Lyrical content is completely separate from sounds. You know, so I like those sounds. I'm not going to try to, you know, talk about the exact things artists that make that type of music talk about in their music, but you feel me? If I could put my own spin on it, like talk about what I want to talk about, but still kind of incorporate those sounds, that's always kind of been an idea that's been dope to me. And just seeing how my supporters, I don't really like calling them fans, like, to be honest. I call my supporters like family, cause
I like that word too, brother.
Yeah, bro. Like, I don't like the word fans.
Yeah,
that shit is weird.
It's like you're fanatical, like you're nuts, like
bro. I'm a normal dude. Like, how the fuck do I got fans, bro? I don't have fans. Like, but anyway, like the people that are rocking with me always like showed love to those songs. Like, my most popular song right now is a song with that similar vibe. Like, a couple of my most popular songs. So sometimes when you see something working, like, you just gotta keep running with it. That's how I feel.
No, that's a fact, man. And I'm gonna be honest with you, my brother. Like, you know, you're in an era right now that's a lot that we're trying to become more inclusive. Like, do you feel like being white in this atmosphere in hip hop right now? Do you think it's like a good time to be in it? Do you find more inclusion as towards the past? Do you feel like people take you more seriously?
I mean, I don't know, bro. I wasn't rapping in the past, but it's cool right now.
Facts of life,
yeah. I like being white in hip hop right now. Right. It's cool. I never faced like any type of judgment either way, to be honest. Like, maybe it's just the people that I've been surrounded by, but luckily for me, like, everyone, I feel like for the most part, has judged me off my music, and I think that's a blessing.
That's a beautiful thing, man. How does that feel,
sure,
brother, when you could actually make music just to make music? You know what I mean? And there's no...
It feels good. It feels good. I think that's what you're saying right now, making music to make music, is like why I got into music, because I love music. Like, making music for money, making to do this, it feels like it's pushing it for me. Like, it's doing too much. Like, it's too much pressure. But when I'm just making music to make music and just express myself, that's when I feel most comfortable. So yeah, like you said, it's a beautiful thing, bro.
You're a freaking artist, man. You got an artist vibe, man. Like, for real.
I try not to,
like,
bro.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, but you do. That's an artist answer. Like, that's somebody that loves their art form, man. How much do you love your art form, man? Like, tell the supporters
I love it a lot,
out there,
man.
bro.
Music is everything to me, bro. Like, off some corny shit, but it's true. Like, I love music. I love music since I heard music. I love, like, rapping on a lunch table in elementary school. I just love music. I love creating music. I love everything about it. I love art, period, but music is an art form that I felt like I was good at. You know, I could affect the art world in the way I wanted to through music. Music gave me a lens to talk about things I wanted to speak on, you know? And now, like, that I'm able to make music and have people listen to me and give a fuck about what I'm saying, bro, that's just a bonus. Like, that's That's just crazy to me.
So man, but you know, I love your lyrics. It's very, you get insightful, man. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a different sound. I love it, man. You know what I mean? As kind
of like a podcast.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? But just not as eloquent. You know, not as pretty. You know what I mean? Even though we do have how do you say, a musical director. Shout out to Star Trek, the musical director of the Angel of Words podcast.
Shout out Star Trek.
Yo, facts. But yeah, man, could you also, cause like, No Deal. Mm-hmm. I love the track, bro.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you said something hilarious, and I'm gonna quote it for the fans out there.
All right.
You said, I know they all get involved when you have numbers like Drizzy.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Why did you feel that was a poignant?
Because that's a fact. That's a fact. Yo, if you got numbers like Drizzy, they gonna get involved, bro.
Yeah. Now, how would that affect you if you had numbers like Drizzy? When you get to that level, is that something you even care about?
I don't know if I can get to Drizzy numbers level.
Yeah.
The GOAT of numbers, but if I get anywhere near that, then, bro, I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't tell you. Right now, I just say it would be a dream, bro.
Yeah.
It'd be crazy. But
do you dream about that, though?
Of course.
Okay.
I feel like my aspirations are not, that's partly why, like, I guess I'm not, a lot of people always talk to me and be like, bro, you really did do this or that, or like, when I look at things and I step out of my own reality and I look at how far I came with my music from when I first started, it's dope to think about. But I'm nowhere near, like, touching anywhere where I want to be right now. So, like, yeah, bro, like, that's a dream. But I think about it often, of course.
What do you feel is missing in your music right now, if anything?
Man, I don't know. I can't tell you that. I think I will tell you this, though. I think you learn with time like anything. I think that you get better as you go and you learn things about yourself. Excuse me. I think that once you make music often, I think I need to get in the studio a little bit more and just make that kind of my full-time job. And once I do that and just work, I think I'm going to find like pieces of gold like through the work. I think it's going to take work though. But I think in terms of what's missing, I don't necessarily know, because right now I feel like I'm doing the shit I need to be doing. But I know maybe in a couple years I'm gonna look back and be like, damn, I was missing something, and then I found that. But that missing piece is only gonna become apparent to me once I put in that necessary work to really understand it. If you know what I'm saying.
No, that makes perfect sense. Who are some of your biggest musical influences?
Man, I got a lot. I don't want to be cliche and say I'm inspired by everybody. So, Kanye, Drake, Drizzy. Man, but my musical influences go much past that. I didn't grow up really, like I said, those playlists that my dad used to make, there was a lot of rock and roll and old R&B songs.
Such as, because I love me some rock and roll, brother.
Yeah,
got the Beatles right behind you. You know what I'm saying?
Like, bro, I used to love the Beatles. Like, I used to, like, Sam Cooke, like, Marvin Gaye, all of them, bro. Like, I still listen to those people and get inspired on a different level. Like I said, like, you asked me about the trap songs, because I like the sound of that. I like how that sounds, but there's different inspirations that I take, like the storytelling Sam Cooke tells. Like, bro, I want you to listen to the song Frankie and Johnny when you get off this show. Maybe you heard it, maybe you haven't, but the storytelling that Sam Cooke has in that song is crazy. Just like, yeah, bro, you just, like, I don't know. Like, I like music. Like I said, I really am passionate about music, and that's not limited to rap music. So my influences go far beyond rap music.
Who are some of your favorite rock bands?
Rock bands?
Yeah.
The Beatles. I know what you probably want me to say some shit like Led Zeppelin.
No, I mean, I want you to say whatever you want to say. No, Led Zeppelin.
Because I like,
Sorry, my brother. I'm not judging you. Trust me.
No. But
not one of my favorites for sure.
I mean, you asked me like,
whack, but it ain't. I mean, it's not for me.
Yeah,
you know, I'm more into the grunge. I'm more into Guns N' Roses. You know what I'm saying?
To be honest,
the Sex Pistols, the Ramones.
Yeah. All right, I'm familiar with. I like the Ramones.
Yeah.
But I think the rock music that I really, really dug was like softer rock, like more romantic music. Like I like the Beatles. I like REM. I like.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, the man.
Yeah, fuck with REM.
You
Yeah,
fuck
they
with
valid.
REM?
Hell yeah.
They're hard. They're
Yeah,
hard.
my man Phil Collins an animal, bro. You crazy?
Telling you. But yeah, I like a lot of rock. Like Sex Pistols are cool. Like,
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, that's what's up, man.
Appreciate it.
No doubt. Yo, so look, you talked about being in the studio, that you want to get in the studio more. You know, being in entertainment, you know, and working in entertainment myself, I feel like up and coming artists really don't respect the fact that you gotta grind, bro.
Yeah. That's something I had to learn too.
You gotta
bro.
be prolific. And talk about that then, bro.
Yeah.
'Cause, you know what I'm saying? Tell people what it is.
I mean, bro, like the way I look at music is like how I look at anything else in life. Like I'm sure you like when you like was figuring out like what you wanted to do, like even with this podcast, like whatever you doing in life, like I'm sure it took work, right? Yeah, like music is no different. I think because of the internet, people or young kids especially getting into music have this distorted reality that you know, if I make a good song or do this the right way, then I'm just gonna blow up. Like that is so improbable, and just like it's just kind of, you know, it doesn't make sense. And I had to understand that because I was one of those kids, you know, and I never used to understand like, I'm making good music, why is it not working, why am I not a star yet? Like, bro, you have to do other things. There's other things that you don't even want to think about, like marketing, like, bro, all this boring shit, right? That no one wants to talk about.
I hate myself. I'll be completely honest.
Bro, I hate it.
It's mundane.
You have to do it. Like, realizing that there are unavoidable steps, I think is crucial to be able to reach the step of eventually getting to where you want to be at. Because, like I said, music is just like anything else in life. It's something that you need to work at, and it's gonna take time. And I think I've accepted that now, which, you know, it calms me. It doesn't put a lot of pressure on me to make it overnight necessarily. I realize that it's gonna take time, and as long as I do what I need to do, it should work out. That's how I feel.
No, it's a fact. And are you working with multiple producers? Like, you know, what's that story like? You know, are you paying for your beats? Like, you know, let the public know what it is.
To be honest, I'm really just locked in with one producer right now, Mayo in the Mix. That's like a good friend of mine. He's from the DMV where I'm from. Okay. And yeah, we're locked in like completely. Like I think another thing that I would say that's really important for young artists is to find somebody that can help grow your sound with you. And I think me and Mayo in the Mix have been working for like 2 years now, 1 or 2 years. And I think we've grown together, which I think is super, super, super important, you know, because his beats have gotten better. Like he might ask me like, what are you trying to do, this? And like, it just fits, you know, because I feel like, I don't know. For me, it's like you could rap on any beat, right? Like any producer could send you any beat. But when you know the producer and you just kind of get used to their feel, when the producer knows what kind of music you want to make and how you want to come on beats, the connection is just better, you know? It feels more authentic to me. So I'm really just locked in with him. That's about it, to be honest.
No, I mean, that's dope. And you know, how much hours do you think you spend at the studio when you can? You know,
bro, I spent a lot of hours at the studio.
Yeah,
like
let people know because they don't understand, bro.
Yeah.
You there 4 or 5 in the morning, like, you know, you start at, you know, a certain time.
Last night I left the studio at 4:30 a.m. I'm not playing.
And when you get there, Nuge?
9 p.m.
There you go, G. You know, let them know
What's
because they
that?
think it's a game. Like,
They
you know, you
think-
want to be, you know, they think 6ix9ine happens overnight, and like, yo,
Nah,
bro,
bro.
that shit don't happen overnight, bro. You got to be in the studio.
You gotta be in the studio, bro. And yeah, I'm not even completely satisfied with what I did. On God. And that's 7.5 hours. You made me think about that shit. I wasn't even trying to think about it, but fuck it. I mean, it's whatever, bro. Like, it's like you can't escape the work. The work is unavoidable. You gotta do it, so just do it.
How much do you love it, bro?
Bro, I love it, though.
Yeah.
And that makes it doable.
Yeah.
And there are times when it does feel like work, but it still feel better than any other work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nothing is ever gonna be like roses and flowers. The whole, you know, it's just not.
Unicorns
bruh.
and rainbows.
Yeah, you know? Like I didn't like it. I was tired. I wanted to go home.
Yeah.
But I had shit to do, so I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. And
That's just what it is, man.
and where do you find the fortitude, brother?
Just knowing that I'm not anywhere near where I want to be. Like I can't settle. How can I settle now? There's someone that's in a way higher position than me right now that's not settling. How can I settle when I'm You know, I'm still nothing in my eyes. I don't think I'm shit.
Yeah.
At all, honestly.
And that's a driving force for you.
Bro, it's driving. Like, I'm not sad. I don't know if I have the personality where I'm not gonna be satisfied, but I know right now I'm not satisfied. Like, I don't know. I can't speak to like maybe in 20 years if this happens. No, like I don't know. But I can tell you right now I'm far from satisfied. I'm hungry.
You're starving, G. I can see it in your face. Yo, for real, man. Like, yo, I love it, man.
Come on, man.
Nah, man, because I love to see the hunger. Because, you know, I meet a lot of artists. I met a lot of artists in my life, and people with talent that didn't have the hunger. People that with the talent didn't want to invest in themselves. And it seems like to me that you're willing to do whatever it takes to get to wherever you need to go to, and I respect that, D.
But I think because you complimented me a lot, and I appreciate that. But this shit, like, I fucked up in life with other shit. Like, you talk about talent and not work. I played soccer, and I was extremely talented at soccer. And my dream, I wanted to become Messi. I wanted to do all these things and become a pro soccer player. And I never really put the work in. You know, the work seemed avoidable to me because, you know, I'd always make the team and, you know, I'd always play, but I wouldn't. And then as you grow older, everyone starts catching up. And the kids, you notice this, if you grew up playing sports, anybody that grew up playing sports will tell you this. The kids that put in the work consistently start to pass the talented kids. And it's going on a graph and then they just pass them. And it's like a thing that happened to me. And I think realizing kind of the disappointment that I felt from soccer and not achieving what I ultimately wanted to achieve made me realize, like, if I want to do this shit with music, I got to be all in. And I'm not going to let anybody outwork me.
Wow.
I can't.
Deep, G.
It's not even deep, bro. It's a fact.
No, just like, you know, because I could feel like what you were feeling, bro.
Bro, yeah, bro. It's like, but sometimes I think you need that. You need that hurt. You need that disappointment to ultimately achieve what you need to achieve. Like, I think soccer and kind of failing, I still enjoyed and loved playing soccer, so I wouldn't necessarily call it a failure, but not getting to where I wanted in soccer, like, without that, I don't know if I would have this same drive for music because this wasn't my first passion. Soccer was my first passion. By far, it wasn't close. But now, as this is my primary passion, I realize, like, I can't bullshit with it because too many people want it so bad. And they might not be as talented, but they're going to want it. And the people that want it get it in anything. In anything. And it sounds like cliche, whatever, I don't care. It's true. The people that want it are gonna get it. Bro, I witnessed it with so much shit, bro. Like, with soccer, I used soccer, but not even just soccer, like in music too. I've been making music for a while. And while I was playing soccer and not pushing myself as hard as soccer, it'd be the same thing. I wouldn't be pushing myself as hard at music, and I would just kind of like be relying on my talent on both those things. But it kind of took me to, like, not succeed as much in soccer to realize, like, nah, I can't do this with music. Bro, my best friend that I started making music with is blown up right now. And if you ask me if he's better than me, I'm going to tell you no. But he was better than me at working hard. And on
the soccer field, your freshman?
No, my music.
Okay, got you.
You know what I mean? Shout out Ty Fontaine. It's all love. But I'm just saying, he worked harder than me. He knew what he wanted to do. You know, I still was kind of bullshitting with it and just hoping my talent would kind of get me heard. That's not how shit works anymore. It's not, because the internet is too oversaturated.
Yeah, facts.
Too many people wanted to do shit.
Yeah, it's a million people doing the same thing.
You gotta grind. You gotta do it. Like, bro, I mean, I'm telling you, you know this. It is what it is.
No, I mean, I like to hear from other people though, bro, because, you know, I feel the struggle every day. I want to be the -- 1 podcaster in the world.
You gonna do it?
You know what I'm saying?
I can feel it.
But, you know, like, it takes, like, I like to hear other people be like, damn, like, you know, this shit is a grind. Like, 'cause, you know, I tell people all the time, like, yo, like, you think this shit is gonna happen overnight? It's not gonna happen overnight. Nothing happens overnight. You got to put in that work, B.
It's easy to say shit. It's harder to do shit. Mm-hmm. And it's easy to also say that you don't really care. It's easy to be like, yeah, if this works out, then, you know, it'll be cool. But nah, like, those are the people I worry about. Because those are the people that really want it really bad. But there's something holding them back where they can't fully, like, commit to something. And then it's always going to be like, yeah, it didn't work out, but, you know, I was cool with it because I never really, whatever. No. Like, no, bro. Like if music doesn't work out for me, it's not gonna be cool. Like I'm not cool with that at all. You know, I don't know, bro. Like I'm all in. That's how I feel. I'm all in with this right now, bro.
No, I feel you, bro.
Yeah.
Now I want to switch topics a little bit because the beauty of music that is changing and it's becoming more inclusive. And then there was an issue not too long ago with Lil Nas X dropping some sneakers, and then there was a lot of cats and females that came out talking negatively, talking about like they don't want homosexuality in the hip hop game. Does that something that bothers you? Is that something you even care about?
Not at all. And I didn't even see those sneakers. I really don't care about none of that. Like at all. I think he achieved what he wanted to do with those sneakers. From what I understand, it was like a devil, like...
Yeah, it's like some kind of satanic sneaker.
I mean, that's weird. That's weird as fuck to me. I'm not gonna lie, but like, I think what he was trying to do is get people to talk about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And in terms of the homosexuality aspect, bro, I got no problem with anybody. Like, I don't care what your sexuality is. I don't care what gender you identify. None of that shit matters to me. It's about who you are as a person. So, I think it's weird that, like, people are even still having a conversation of whether or not homosexuality belongs in hip hop. I don't see why it wouldn't. You know, I think if you want to make music and if you want to rap, no matter who you are, I think you should. Why not?
If you have talent, come on board.
Bro,
that's how I feel. I want to hear the best music. I don't give a shit who you sleep with. Like, give me some fire tracks and I'm good right there. You know what I mean? Yeah. Music is music, bro. Right now, we're talking to Nuge, recording artist, man. Out here from the DMV, bro. Thanks for joining us here on the Angel of Words podcast, bro.
Appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
I also wanted to ask you, when it comes to writing a song, what do you think is the most important aspect to writing a song?
That's a good question.
Well, welcome to the Angel of Words podcast, brother.
I think, yeah. I told you're going to be number one because of shit like this. If you keep asking these type of questions, bro, you're going to the moon. I'm telling you.
That's the plan, man. I'll see you there.
But I think it's different for different people. But I think the most important thing for me when writing a song is to not be confessional. Sometimes, like how I used to treat music, like when I would write music, because I don't write all my songs. In fact, I don't write a lot of my songs. I freestyle a lot of my songs. But when I write music, I think I tend to try to like just put pain and whatever darkness I'm feeling on like the notepad. And I think realizing that you don't necessarily want to take that as approach as an artist. That's not a super interesting approach as an artist. You can still be honest and tell your truth without it being super dark and feel bad for me. I think for me, that's the most important thing when writing a song. So yeah, I don't know about for anybody else though. Everybody got their own process. I think honesty as an overall thing is very important. But for me specifically, that breaks down to kind of not feeling sorry for myself.
Don't be overly confessional in your tracks.
Yeah, don't be overly confessional.
Wow, that's interesting, man. I never thought about that, to be honest with you. Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Those are the type of shit you don't think about, but...
Yo, that's crazy. I mean, be more artistic with it. Don't be, use that and I guess like make it more artistic more than a confessional situation.
I think less artistic, low-key.
Less artistic, okay.
Because I think when you try to be like more artistic and like tell some shit like, all right, I'm going to tell it as like an artist and now they got to feel my pain, it just becomes boring. I think hip hop, especially as an art form, is raw. Like it's about words. Like you know what I mean? It's gotta be raw, and that's kind of why I love freestyling because it's so raw. It's so like the emotion is there, but it's raw emotion. It's not emotion that you think up and then you express to people. Although that can be beautiful, I think raw emotion to me is the best emotion.
How do you feel about the fact that a lot of cats be getting on a lot of the older school cats get on a lot of the newer school cats because they're like, yo, there's no lyricism in this hip hop. And I'm like, I don't know if you're listening. You just may not understand the lingo. There's lyricism there. I mean, it's hip hop.
It's funny. I was listening to some Young Thug the other day.
Yeah.
There's a Young Thug Rowdy Rebel album on the new Slime Language 2 album. And like I could understand about 20% of what Young Thug was saying. but everything he said to me was fire.
Yeah.
Everything that I understood was crazy.
I feel the same way. I don't know. Maybe I like.
And I know the other 80 was crazy too,
Yeah.
because I loved it without understanding a word he was saying. But when you listen to it again, you understand, and then you actually listen to the lyrics. You be like, nah, he's really talking. He's really spinning. But yeah, I don't know. I think older people in hip hop, if you will, kind of got a problem because they can't necessarily hear everything they're saying on the first listen, and that bothers them. But that's just how music evolved, and that just is what it is. It doesn't mean that they're not saying anything fire though.
I mean, bro, I feel the same way. I feel like you have to adapt. If
What
you
you
love
think?
the music.
What do you think?
Bro, I love Moneybagg Yo right now. Like, that's my dude.
But
That's
nah,
been my,
but Moneybagg Yo talks though. But you could, what you think about like
who you talking? The Baby, Lil Baby,
Young, what you
Yo
think about
Gotti,
Young Thug, like
Young Dolph. I love Young Dolph.
All right, so you like the trap rappers that
Well, I mean,
be
I like a
saying
lot of
shit,
different.
though.
Yeah, I mean, dude, they're nice.
I love Young Dolph and Moneybagg too.
I like Young Thug. We just spoke about Young Thug. I
Alright,
think
yeah,
Young
you
Thug
fuck
is
with-
fire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
saying,
That melodic rap, I think it's fucking great. It's an interesting sound.
Then
It's unique, bro. I like
that's
uniqueness
dope.
in music. G.
For sure. That I will say this one more thing about that though. I think right or wrong in hip hop, I think people have a idea, older people especially, of what it needs to sound like. I think people forget that hip hop is still music, and music is still an art form, and like art is supposed to be made from the lens of the artist. And if you fuck with it, you fuck with it. And if you don't, you don't. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't see what's the big problem with like people be like, nah, he can't release that as a rap song because I can't understand every word he's saying. What? Like what?
Yo, that's
Yeah.
hilarious, man. Yo, how do you feel about the female wave in hip hop too, man? These ladies
fire.
out there killing it, bro. City Girls, Megan Thee
Telling you.
Stallion, Cardi, you know, all these new wave of female, you know, killing it on these tracks, man. Making powerful music.
They're fire.
You know what I'm saying? All right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing else to say. They're beautiful and they're fine. They spit fire shit. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, they
Yeah.
got it all, bruh.
Yeah.
They're fire. I'm trying to work with them.
Yeah.
I don't know too many like female rappers myself,
Yeah.
but I listen to a lot, and I definitely want to work with them.
That's what's up, man.
For sure.
Well, Nuge, we've reached the point in the podcast where it's time to play 5 words with Angel. All right, on 5 words with Angel, I'm going to give you a word or a phrase. You're going to give me the first thought that comes to your head. Are you ready,
Hold
my
on.
brother?
What you mean thought?
Or a word or phrase or thought that comes to your head.
So you say a word.
I'm going to give you a word or phrase, and you're going to give me the first thought or word that comes to your head.
All right.
You ready? Bet.
I hope I don't say no dumb shit.
Nah, it's all good,
Oh
G.
my God.
All right, who would you rather work with? Megan Thee Stallion or Cardi B?
Cardi B.
All right, next word. This is a actual person, but it's going to be a word. DMX. Second word, DMX.
Legend.
That's
For
what's
sure.
up. Third word is the Grammys.
Controversial.
Got you. Very highly controversial. All right, the fourth word is your song, No Deal. What do you think about when you think about No Deal?
It's fire. That's allowed, right?
Of course that's allowed, G. You can say whatever you want. It's 5 words with Angel. All right, and the fifth word, because we were talking about it today, what do you think about now when you think about United States soccer, G? Now that we're on the conversation.
Exciting.
I'm excited, bro.
For real? Are you a fan of the US?
I'm an OD
Bruh.
fan of the US, bro. Let me tell you a story real
Let
quick.
me tell you something, bro.
Go ahead, brother, if you
You
want to go
gotta
first.
have the number one. Bro, you just keep taking W's, bro.
That's what I like to do, bro. I don't like to take L's as much as I could possibly avoid it. You know what I'm saying?
Let's talk about soccer, bro.
All right, real
I'm
quick.
glad you brought
We'll,
this up.
we'll discuss soccer real quick because
Damn.
we did not qualify for the World Cup 3 years ago.
Yeah.
That was disappointing. I was really tight about that. And I'm going to tell you a story about how much I love soccer. I threw a soccer party here. You remember when Portugal played the United States in the qualification rounds in 2014?
Yeah.
Okay, you know, Ronaldo, you know, took it all the way through that cross and money banged it in. I was tight.
Yeah, I remember
Bro,
that.
I had all my friends here and my friend who's American, Tyler Jones, my dude, man. Shout out to Tyler, right? But he's a gambler. He's like, yo, I bet Portugal to either win or tie. I don't give a fuck. I need a tie. Yeah. So he was screaming in my house, bro. Yeah. And I got up, B, and I was like, yo, Tyler, get the fuck out of my house. Why are you rooting against USA Soccer? Yeah. And then I sprained my calf muscle because I was tight getting up. But that's a whole other story.
But yeah, that's unacceptable from Tyler.
Unacceptable, G.
I mean, that's crazy behavior. I'm a huge U.S. men's national team fan.
Christian Pulisic, what do you think?
He's a GOAT, man. That's the best. Bro, I'm glad you asked me. I've been having this debate. You know the Mexican striker Raul Jimenez on Wolves?
Yeah.
Yo, bro, people try to tell me this man is better than Pulisic.
Bro, they're going to ride.
Bro, they're so stupid, bro. Yo, Pulisic, all right, Pulisic is a dog, but you know who's going to be better? Gio Reyna.
Yeah,
Bruh,
he's a beast.
I played against Gio Reyna.
Really?
He used to dog us.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So, oh man, so you were top tier soccer player. You playing with the big wigs, not for nothing, bro. That's what's up, man. Good for you. That's what's up, man. Shit. Well, I'm glad, bro. I mean, I hope that you know that. Okay, so tell me this real quick. I know we're off topic. We're supposed to talk about music, but we're on the soccer wave right now, which is cool with me. All right. So tell me about men. Like now, in the last 3 years, the embarrassment of not making the World Cup. You're a young cat. You've been playing with the top tier guys all across the country. Where do you think we're going right now? Where's the development of soccer? Is it better than it was 3 years ago, bro?
I mean, yeah, I think we're about to win the 2026 World Cup.
You think that that's possible? Okay.
Yes.
Do you think the United States right now, the way that soccer has been evolving, because they've been dumping a lot of money into soccer, not for nothing. They've been dunking a lot of millions, you know, trying to develop players or whatever. Do you think that they'll make a round of 8? Because they've never done that before. I mean, they have, but that shit was way back in the following next World Cup. Do you think that they'll make a round of 8?
Yeah.
The United States national soccer
team. For sure.
Really?
Yeah. I'm
That's
hoping
how
for
hyped you are on
semifinals. I think quarterfinals for sure.
Because, you know, they always had a problem. I know Pulisic is nice, but they have a problem getting the ball in the back of the net against these national teams,
one thing. That's the one thing I think. But Tim Weah is going crazy up in Lille. I think they're number 1 in the league in France right now. So, listen, I'm serious about this, man. I think we're gonna win the 2026 World Cup.
Because I'm still depressed, bro. I'm still experiencing low-key hangover from not making the World Cup.
I feel you, but you know, you're gonna be good, bro.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, man. You're getting me hype right now. You're giving me goosebumps. No, like for real, bro. I believe that we will win, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know. But yeah, all right. So you have a good outlook on men's soccer in the following World Cup and next
women's
World Cup.
Soccer. Shout out to the women.
Shout out to them.
They've been doing it for a minute now, though. So yeah.
God bless them all on the Women's United States national team. Like, seriously, bro. If it wasn't for them, the soccer, I don't even think will be relevant right now in America. They really did a lot to get us popping.
Yeah, no,
you know what I mean?
They definitely helped out. For sure.
Winning World Cup after World Cup.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy, honestly. To be honest,
bro.
I guess I'm a little fucked up because I don't even be like thinking about it like consciously. But they really did win several World Cups. But fucking thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Now it's the men's turn. I got to get it 2026.
Well, bro, I'm glad that you told me that we have some hope this year, bro, or the following year coming up. And that's what's up, G.
We always got hope when we got Gio Reyna.
Yo, he's an animal, bro.
He's dog.
Him and Pulisic, bro, oof, man. Shore up the midfield. What do you think about the midfield?
Bro, it's great. And Yunus Musa.
Oh, yes. I forgot about him.
Young, like, bro, we're just young and energized and
hungry. I feel like they're hungrier than ever.
Inspirational. Yeah.
Oh, man. That's what's up, man. You got me hyped, G.
Shout out to the American servicemen that go overseas to Germany and find a German girl and have a German-American kid that spends 0 time in America but still chooses America as his soccer team to play for. Man, shout out to those people in the Army.
Yo, word.
They the real I'm telling you, bro. They really just helped us out, bro. You don't know how many people never spent a day in America but was still like, just fuck with us. Just off the strength of their dad being in the military or some shit.
Yo, that's fire, bro. Cool. Yo, you brought up a great point, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, Nuge, if you don't mind, brother, you know, before we end the podcast, could you spit a 16 for us, man? Let it, you know, could you freestyle a little bit for us? Be real quick, man. Let the fans, let the supporters hear a little something, man. You know,
Bruh,
I'll give you a topic.
You know, we went off air and talked about what we was gonna talk about, and you didn't mention this. Come on,
well, you know,
bruh.
this is what you do. I didn't think this was gonna be an issue.
Yeah, I could do. You, is there a way to put a beat in my headphones?
I could put a beat right now, and I'll just throw it under now.
16 off the top, no biggie. Who shot your freestyling to that boy Biggie? Trying to get a coup for me and everybody with me. My mama grew up east side by the Whitney. And I got a little white girl sniffing Whitney. She gonna be up a long time when she with me. I just took the Bentley right to the hotel. We be staying in Hammer Inn, not hotel. Motel 6, fuck it, I got your chick on my line and she doing her ride. Baby, I got my vibe. 2012, it was 305. To my city, shout out Gambino. Everybody with me got a big hand casino. Try and get me and everybody with me. Look, I'm trying to get me and everybody. Alright, hold on, baby, you can stop or you can keep going if you want. I want the Gucci sweater, but I want the Saint Laurent. And I've been going harder than these other rappers, cuz I'm feeling different than, and I'm feeling dapper, cuz I got a white shirt with some new Air Forces. I'm feeling different than them, fuck it, check my sources. I'm incredible, and I'm super credible, and I'm off an edible. Fuck it, I'm a nextable. And I got a bitch that look like Claire Huxtable. She gon' eat on my penis like it was Lunchables. But it's not though. And I'm hot though. This is off the top. I ain't even. Man, what? And I swear to God, it's not prepared. And these rappers getting scared. Young boy DC, not from around here. Make them feel like they gotta leave when I'm here. I be sipping activists, I'm not gonna sip that beer. People talking crazy cause I'm in my. And I read them.
That was my man, Nuge. Where can we find you, bro? Where can we find you on social media? Let the fans know that listen to the Angel of Words podcast, where we can find you, social media, so they can support, they can listen, they can hit your Cash App up, all that good stuff. Where can we find you?
Cash App. Let me get that first in case y'all want. Cause I did just lose my bag on the train, so nah. But follow me on Instagram, Nuge340. Twitter, Nuge340. Yeah, that's about it.
That's it, baby.
Check my Spotify, NUGE Nuge. Apple Music, NUGE Nuge. Anywhere you listen to music, Nuge is on there. Feel me? Join the movement. Join the family. Y'all not fans, your family. We going to the top by the end of this year. So stay tuned, man.
I said stay
tuned.
And
look, bro, I appreciate you having me on here.
Of course, my brother, man. And thank you for coming through. Appreciate you.
It's great. You great, and I appreciate it to the fullest, bro.
Well, thank you, my brother. I really appreciate your love, man. Definitely.
No
Everyone, that was Nuge here on the podcast, recording artist. Before we end the podcast, don't forget to subscribe. Click on those notification bells. Follow us on all podcast platforms. Cop the merch at AOWENT.com. And also, you know, look out for the new exclusive content on there as well. And follow me also on all my social media platforms at Angel of Words ENT. Donations go to Cash App AOWNYC. Thank you for tuning in, y'all. We'll talk to you later. You already.
That's what